Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, welcome to Right About Now for a Poetry Slam. Make some noise if you're ready to have a good time. Okay, that was mild. That was lukewarm. Okay, that was mediocre at best. I'm just gonna be upfront with you. Okay, that was a 4.8 on a scale of 0 to 10. So let's try that one more time. Make some noise if you're ready to have a good time. That's better. That's better. You'll warm up, people. I trust you. I trust you. Good evening. My name is Chibi. I'm going to be your host for this evening. And tonight, we are having a poetry slam, y'all. That is a poetry competition. So wait, I want to gauge my audience. If this is your first time at a poetry slam, make some noise. That was cute. That was cute. That was nice. If you've been to a poetry slam before, show them how it's done. Make some noise! Okay, for my people that are here for the first time, I'm going to explain what's about to happen. We have 11 poets on our list, okay? 11 incredible poets that are going to come up here and share their heart, their soul, their mind, their bodies, their spirits, everything with you, okay? But they are competing for points, all right? So these poets are going to come up here. They're going to perform construction, no props, no costumes, no animal acts, no musical instruments of any kind, except for the music that they can make with their own body. Then they will be judged by 5 randomly selected members of the studio audience. The idea is that everybody has access to poetry, everybody has an opinion to poetry, and everybody's opinion matters. Can I say it? Get a word? Okay, cool. Our 5 judges are going to score them on a scale of 0.0 to 10.0. It's like the Olympics of poetry. A 0.0, judges, just so you know, a 0.0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. Whatever paper that poem was written on is better used to wipe someone's ass and then maybe blow your nose on it and then set it on fire. Like, I never want to hear this again, all right? It's terrible. A 10.0 is the best poem that's ever been written, performed in the best possible way. Okay, that is your scale, judges. We're going to take all 5 scores. We're going to drop the high score just in case that judge has slept with the poet. They're going to drop the low score just in case that judge has slept with the poet. We are then going to take the 3 scores in the middle, and that is going to give us the score for the poem. We have 11 poets in the first round. We're going to slash that number. Only the top 6 poets go on to the second round, and then the top 3 poets of all rounds will win some cash money tonight. Y'all excited for that? Say yeah. Say hell yeah. All right. Judges, let's meet our judges. Let's meet our judges for the evening. Judges, when I call out your scorecard, please, when I call up your name, please hold up your scorecard so everybody knows who to buy drinks for tonight. I got Judge Judy. Where's Judge Judy? Judge Judy, right here, right in the center. Judge Judy qualified to be a judge because they know art, all right? They are in tune with the creatives of this world. Then we got Judge DJ. Judge DJ over yonderly. Judge DJ is qualified to be a judge because they are old enough to know. They got wisdom growing through their hairs. You see all them grays? Them grays is wisdom, honey. Then we got Judge Chasing Angels. Judge Chasing Angels, where you at? Clap for your judges. Might be the only time you clap for them tonight. Judge Chasing Angels, you're qualified to be a judge because they got here early. Hey, my kind of people. Are you Virgos? Okay. Moving on, then we got Judge Ricky. Judge Ricky is in the back over yonder. Don't let him fool you. Judge Ricky is not operating alone. He has a whole camaraderie of judges. Qualified to be a judge because he's on vacation, y'all. One of them is from Mexico, the other one is from Italy, and the other one is from France. This is the start to a good porno. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Just me? Just me. All right. How the homophobes in the room doing? You good? All right. We don't keep the ball rolling. Then we got Judge the Sage Plug. Right here, the Sage Plug, also in the center, qualified to be a judge because they manage artists for a living. So they know what pains of, what wonderful people poets and artists are. All right, judges, like we said, 0.0 to 10.0. When I'm done, when the poet is done, write your score big and boldly on your scorecard so I can see it, okay? Do not be influenced. The other judges are scoring. Do not be influenced by the audience, okay? Judges, I need you to cover your ears for me for a second. Judges, cover your ears. All right, all my judges have their ears covered. Cool. Audience, my judges don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm going to need you to influence the fuck out of the judges, okay? All right, so there's a few ways that you can do that. There are some acceptable forms of audience participation. That is to snap, all right? Snapping lets the judges know you like what's happening, okay? Then you can also do some clapping, like some quick, yeah, like that, okay? All right, then you can also do some hooting and hollering. Can I hear some hooting and hollering? Okay, cool. You can, for my lesbians and or janitors and or punk rock emo kids in the room, you can do some key jingling, key jinglers. And the other thing you can do is all of those at the same time when a poet walks off the stage, okay? So let's hear you hear an amazing poem. What are you gonna do? Okay, all right. You can also let the judges know how they're doing on their scores. Let's say that amazing poem gets a 3.2. What are you gonna do? There you go. Okay, all right. Judge.
Cover your ear. There you go.
Audience members, if you're an audience member and you are not a judge, please cover your ears at this time. Audience members, cover your ears. Audience members, cover your ears. Awesome. Judges, my audience doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Do not listen to them, okay? Be true to yourself and give the poem the score you think it deserves, okay? Audience, you can take your ears off. All right, cool. The one thing we are going to do, and we're going to do this for each and every poet, is every time that somebody walks off this stage, you are going to give them all the love and attention in this world. Make some noise right now! I love it! Get it going, DJ Boom. Hey, poets, quick announcements. Poets, you know the rules. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. After that, we start deducting points. This is your microphone. This is how you will use it. Please talk into the microphone. If you need to adjust the microphone, you just grip it at the head and stroke, okay? It's that simple. You know how to do it, all right? Cool. Are we good? Are you ready to start the slam? I said, are you ready to start the slam? My audience is ready. My poets are ready. My judges still don't know what the fuck is going on. So we are going to have a calibration poet, a sacrificial poet. Judges, we talked about this. You will compare everything else in the nights to this poem right now. No pressure. Sacrificial judge. Start building the noise. Start showing some love for your sacrificial poet for the evening. It's L. Hamilton.
It was the hottest day in July thus far. I witnessed a man shouting from his car, "Hey, sister! Damn, you sure looking good." But as I glanced away from the look on her face, I questioned myself, asking, did he even look? Did he see the pain in her eyes or the strain in her thighs as she carried a 2-year-old son in her left hand while pushing the stroller carrying a newborn in her right, frantically pacing towards the bus stop just in case the number 32 came on time? He did not notice how she felt hopeless as she dug into her baby's diaper bag for her bus token, face dripping wet with sweat and regret, bombarded with thoughts about how and when she lost her focus, and he did not even know this. "Hey, sister," he said again with a devilish grin, followed by, "Girl, it's too damn hot outside. If y'all want to ride, come on, get in." But one could tell by how he voiced his offer that no good for her was meant. She just stood there, face straight ahead, not once acknowledging his ill intent. He did not see the dreams that she allowed to be shattered as a young lady whose body was maturing faster than her peers and beyond her years. So, of course, every boy in a man's body was determined to have her. She mastered masking her pain with laughter. Daddy was gone, never present at home, so father figures became what are commonly known as hood niggas who mastered the perfect words to say to get her and then abandoned her soon after they had her. "Fuck you, bitch! I ain't want to give your funky ass a ride anyway," is what he shouted with laughter as he drove right past her. He did not see that she was immune to every degrading word that he could use. She had been broken to the point of shame, so came no extra pain from his verbal abuse. He did not see that she sheds no more tears because now she must live for her kids. In her mind, she has no time to cry. Although inside she wants to die, she tries to keep her head held high. Hating the way that her body is designed, knowing it attracts predators of every kind whose only agenda is to eat her alive. She knows that her babies are not mistakes, but she does wish that she chose to wait. And as her heart slowly breaks, she finds a bit of comfort in the fact that she knows to pray. But she also knows in this concrete jungle, she's praying. And she's been praying and she's been waiting. How much longer is God going to delay? All she wants is the blessing she's read about in biblical scriptures as she steps onto the overcrowded bus to the same catcalls of a man who refuses to give up his seat for her, yet has the nerve to call her his sister.
Y'all make some noise for L.J. Hamilton kicking off the night as the sacrificial poet. Okay, judges, this is the longest that I'm going to give you tonight. This is the longest you will have in order to come up with your scores. So take into consideration the content, the performance of that poetry. How did it make you feel? What happened inside your body? Somehow turn that into a number, put it on your scorecard, big and bold. Let's go. Let me see what we got. Hold them up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, and I got 5. Okay, from low to high for L.J. Hamilton, we have a 6.0. We got a 7.0. We got a 7.5. We got a 9.0. And we got a 9.5. Judges, don't worry about them. They don't know what they're talking about. And we will have someone escort you to your car at the end of the night. Voice of God, what was the score for that poet? That's a 25.0. A clap for the poet. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. And silence. Because now it's time. The competition is about to begin. So start building the noise. Start showing some love for the first poet in the competition. It's me, Zach Blood! Y'all can do better. Y'all can do better. I need everybody clapping. Everybody clapping. There we go.
So cameras are made with attachable lenses. And inside these lenses is something called an aperture. And its purpose is to let light into the sensor. And this is much like the human eye. You see, beneath the iris is a pupil, and it dilates in the darkness. This fascinates me. How adaptable the human body can be. How we are designed to see even in the darkest places. And I wonder if this applies to things unseen by the human eye, like when depression cloaks the mind in the dark, what if the heart starts to dilate, opening up its aperture, letting in the light, snapshot every thought into a thing brighter than it used to be, boosting the saturation, punching up the exposure, pushing back the shadows, and letting the highlights illuminate the memories. It would be so nice if the brain could process like a Lightroom. But this is not how it works. Brain chemistry can't compound into such a clean comparison, can't morph the mind into a metaphor neat enough to fold inside the consciousness of every person who thinks mental illness is a joke. I never thought it was a joke, but when my friend opened up to me about her anxiety, I said, hey, yo, maybe you should find more ways to relax. I didn't realize how unhelpful this was until the panic attack took my breath away. And herein lies the problem. We don't know what we are talking about until we feel what it feels like. Like the most universal experiences are also the most subjective ones. Like how can we all feel emotional pain, yet it is still so difficult to explain, even for me, the poet, whose purpose is to take big concepts and make them more concrete. And here is the part when I bring back the metaphor about the aperture, opening up, letting in the light so you can finally see what I'm saying. But some of y'all still won't understand how this poem has never been about depression or anxiety person or any isolated emotion for that matter, but rather the sum of all of these feelings and how hard they are to talk about. And how even when we find the words to say how we feel, there's a person out there that won't believe it is real. A gaslight in the chamber is cause for combustion. And you wonder why so many people are out of their minds? Why so many people blow out their minds? And I know correlation does not always mean causation, but a rising suicide rate has to say something about society who thinks empathy is only as deep as aesthetics. And here is where the imagery really falls apart, because we are in the dark and our eyes are wide the fuck open, but what about our heart? When will they start to dilate? Can we let in the light?
Yeah, that was Zach Blunt. Make some noise for the poet. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Judges, you know what to do. I told you that last time was the longest I was going to give you. Now it's crunch time. Give it to me in 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, I got 5. From low to high, I have a 7.0, a 7.8, a 10, a 10, and a 10. Voice of God, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a 27.8. 27.8. Clap for the poet. Keep that applause going for your next poet. It's Samaria Bronte. I need everybody clapping. I need everybody clapping. Everybody clapping. There we go.
She has blood in her throat. Too much blood on her hands. She lies and stands on bodies claimed as a plan, a purpose, an instrument to create the stench of beautiful liberty. She has blood in her throat, too much violence in her soul. The joy of destruction to families be her crown and honor. No water can wash her, can clean her. No prayer will save her foundation. See, my God has never blessed this place. Rabid dogs must be put down. He said in his word that all the wicked nations are going to fall down, and Babylon is falling down. But still in all her bloodshed, her victims mourn for her redemption. Stockholm Syndrome has rape survivors and fatherless children marching in the streets, begging the wicked bitch to see them and give them seats. You want a seat at a killer's feast. You want to join hands and be a part of a history that's molded by infant bones and my ancestors' teeth, where black bodies full of melanin be skin bags, bags of heirlooms passed down through wicked family generations, and even now, our missing children sit in the houses of devils, masked as state, world, and political leaders, your entertainers, your idols. Our children be used and abused, and levels of wickedness your pretty mind refuse to acknowledge. So no, I have no desire. You should have no desire to consume their food, this dream of free. I stopped looking for saviors and systems created to keep me estranged from my Elohim, because we've made idols out of political seats. When the Most High said plainly, don't follow the ways of the nations in which you've been led into captivity, because the blood of beaten kings still hangs on trees, locked up and lingering, cell B, where slavery breathes free. Queens sleep quietly, yet no peace is in sight. The nation's bounty hunters turned cop, but no thoughts, no right, no righteousness, no royalty, no justice is in this land. This nation's soil is damned. She has fresh blood in her throat, and you lick the stains from her teeth so she can keep smiling and peddling peace.
Judges, on the count of 3, I'm gonna need them scores. 1, 2, 3. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, judges, from low to high, I have A 6.5. I got another 6.5. I got a 7. I got a 7. And I got an 8. 25.0. 20.5. 20.5. Clap for the poet. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. You're clapping the poet. Keep the applause going for your next poet. It's Kane. I need everybody clapping. I need everybody clapping as the next poet comes up on stage. That's right. Show some love. Show some love. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Never let the color of your skin write a script in their minds like your life is a movie and they're the director. Your life is not a movie. Don't mistake this pale shade for blank pages. I am no papier-mâché portrait of your prejudices. Don't let this white skin project all these previews on the screen behind your eyes like you think you've seen the whole movie already. Think you recognize all these characters like we're just a bunch of white actors on stage. I never liked the word privileged. The movies it finds its roles in always seem so black and white. No, I'm from a neighborhood that's more of a gray area. I'm from a neighborhood where the fences were decorated by children dangling by their underwear, where the mailboxes always looked down because eye contact was enough reason to get slapped, where stray dogs could give a fuck about report cards because being tested happened most before and after school. I'm from a neighborhood where the fights held in the spaces between houses turned boys into boys who cried less, felt sorry for themselves less, boys who feared less. I'm from a neighborhood where every child knew exactly where his parents kept their guns. In your neighborhood, parents had gun safes. In my neighborhood, guns kept our parents safe. People's skin and their newspapers were probably the whitest things in my neighborhood. Hold up, cut. Did he say that right? Kane, can you just stick to your role, please? Are we using the right size film? And now everyone's confused by how this whole movie started. A white boy from a neighborhood filled with so much action, neighbors who think they're being witty with their lines, parents who think they're being sneaky with their lines, students molded into prisoners waiting in lines. I remember this one time I was playing outside in my front yard with one of my brothers, and there was this boy walking down the sidewalk towards our house. He was wearing an Oakland Raiders Mitchell & Ness jacket. This black Cadillac pulled up next to him in the street, and the guy in the passenger seat rolled down the window and told the kid to give up his jacket, but the boy, he didn't stick to the script, so they shot him in the back and drove off. And then we were left with this ad-lib scene with mothers crying and neighbors standing around like a bunch of extras on a set. But when the helicopter life flighted the boy out of our front yard, I promise you it wasn't just special effects. You see, everyone learns that only the strongest survive, but in my neighborhood, we also learned that not all the strong will survive. And that day, although the boy, he did not die, I think the one in me did. And how's that for a plot twist? You see, when parental guidance is too busy earning a paycheck, the paint on the houses, the lawns, the grandparents, everything looks tired. I remember my brothers and our friends, we started our own gang. And partly because we thought it'd make us look cooler, and partly because we didn't want to be the only kids not in one. And isn't that the definition of prison mentality? You want to know what Houston diversity looked like in a 90s suburb? Try being called the N-word and a gringo and a wetback and a terrorist and a pussy and a faggot and a bitch all in the same bus ride. It's kind of like getting jumped into a gang that you started. Oh yeah, speaking of gangs, our neighborhood cop, Officer Mook, look him up. His first assignment as a police officer was to dismantle the Latin kings in our neighborhood. And sure, he's a sheriff deputy by now, and he's been shot at multiple times. And hell, there's even a park named after him in my old neighborhood. But if you ask him what his greatest accomplishment is, he'll tell you it's seeing his son go to college. Because where we come from, your future is a battle between you and the odds. These gangs, these drugs, these children choking on trying to act cooler. They'll steal your bike if you're inside too long. But they'll snatch your future up if you're outside too much. You're always dancing with danger and disappointment. What a damning duality. But I guess when changing your life is as easy as missing your bus stop, at least you learn to pay close attention. And you want to know what I learned? I learned that life's not fair when you got to learn at a little age that life's not fair. And some of y'all don't understand because your life only just started getting hard. You know, if you say pillage, take 2. You know, if you say pillage, take 3. You know, if you say pillage, take 4. You know, if you say pillage enough, it kind of sounds like privilege. And people always forget the old Westerns. But it takes a wild west to plow a privileged life. You don't know me. And I am no gangster. Clearly, just a nerd from a bad neighborhood. But maybe that's just as scary. A horror film in the making, maybe. Maybe. But my life does not need to be a movie. Movies have villains, antagonists, endings. Your life does not need an ending. Your life could be full of heroes. Oh, we've seen this love story before. Fast forward it. Oh, this is the part where he gets the job promotion. Skip this shit. Oh, here he goes, falling in love again. Fast forward this, fast forward this. A play that skips to all the good parts. Your life could be nothing but good parts. Maybe you could be one of the heroes. Or all of them, and not because some guy with his name on the back of a chair told you to, not because you fit the part, but because you wanted to. Because you write your own script. No. Because there is no script. Because your life is not a movie. Your life does not need a beginning, a middle, and an end. Your life could be all beginnings. A nerd from a bad neighborhood turns hero, falls in love, falls out of love, but becomes hero again in the process, turns hero, falls in love again, turns hero again and again and again and again and again and again and again. No endings, no credits to roll because you gave it all to yourself. Don't turn yourself into a movie. And don't let them turn you, your skin, your story into a movie.
Rose King, y'all. Got the poet judges. Let's get it on the count of 3. Hold them on. 1, 2, 3. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4. Come on, vacationer in the back. I need to see that score. There we go. All right. For Kane, we have a 6.0. We got another 6.0. Another 6.0. A 7.0. And an 8.0. That would have been a 19. But after a 10-point time penalty, boo the time penalty. Everybody booing your time. That is a 9.0. Y'all clap for the poet. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. Keep it alive. Going for the next poet. It's G.C. Love. Clap the poet. I need everybody to clap the poet. What's going on here? Clap it to the poet. Goes up on stage. Clap it to the poet. Gets up on stage. Oh, poet gets up. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. I'm gonna shake my hips for you. Does that get you clap? Just a little There you go. Clap it to the poet. Get up on stage.
If only I could tell you how much I love you. But I don't speak love. You know how you cry out when you feel like you're not being heard? Little do you know I risk my neck hanging from your every word. I risk my neck hanging from your every word because if I could, I would tell you just how much the sun envies you. What gets me is how your shine is so surprising, like the term grand rising came from when a man saw the sun's jealous glare upon a black woman's cheeks, and then we had to plead with Señorita Sol because it's not her fault that her melanin is on fleek. But I don't speak love. Because to you, my 24/7 is nothing more than the 7-Eleven for where your heart stops to recuperate after you put miles on it from your last heartbreak. And as of late, my only regret is that I can't give you 25/8 because I don't speak love. Otherwise, I would tell you how hard it is to kiss you. Because you would sap the very air from my lungs. And our last duet would be played on TV One and they would call it unsung. Because there's a world in those curls full of imagination, but I'll never see it because of all my procrastination. That's why there's reasons why I can't speak love. Because it's a lost language to my vocabulary, like the blood that leaves my capillaries after she lacerated me, cut me deep and fed me to the sharks. She touched my soul before she tore me apart. If she wanted my heart, I would have given it to her. I would have dissected myself and given it to her happily. Instead, she ripped it out like some complex fatality. Now I keep my chains around my neck in case a scorpion tries to come back. Now I keep my chains around my neck in case a scorpion tries to come back. I'm telling you, fellas, don't trust some of these hoes because their hearts are below sub-zero. Cold-blooded reptiles with a katana. They ain't looking for no hero. So I keep my jade close in case they start raiding. You know, that reminds me, I knew a girl named Sonia. Sonia's blade cut me deep, left me for Kano to do some weird things in the streets, kicked me to the curb several times like Liu Kang and turn the page. I'm plotting murder and end up in Johnny's cage. And you wonder why I can't say the word. Like, I try, I really do. I'm like, is this it? I love you. Te quiero. Je t'aime. Aishiteru. Uromi. I don't speak these foreign terms. I just want you to know what I could do. I don't speak these foreign tongues. I just want you to know what I could do with mine. But as you can see, I still have so much to say. And we've been in pain so long for so many times in the past, so you don't have to let it be today. At the end, I still want to know the dialect that adds an accent to your romantic lisp. I still want to sense the aroma that emanates from your kiss. So if love is blind, write it in Braille. If my heart is deaf, send me a sign. And if you need to heal, then give it time, because that's what you need to unlock what it takes to get into my mind. But teach me. Teach me. I just want you to hear this part. Teach me. Don't shut me out. Teach me. Don't disrespect me. Teach me. Don't assume. Don't expect. Teach me. Teach me. Don't talk at me. Talk to me. Don't pressure me. Don't ghost me. Don't leave me. Don't disrespect me. Don't look down on me. Teach me how you want to be loved. Because that freedom of speech comes with a cost. And the walls you want me to knock down are behind the walls full of hieroglyphics that I have lost. So teach me to take off these chains so I can cuff you. Teach me what it means to say, I love you. I could fall in love with you.
Audience. Okay, my judges are ready. They're like, shut the fuck up, Chippy. We don't need to hear all that. All right, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, and I got 5. So from high to low, for DC Flow, I got a 6.5. I got a 6.8. I got a 7.5. I got an 8.4. And I got a 9. That would have been a 22.7. But after a 6-point time penalty, that is a six. First of all, boo the time penalty. That's a 16.7. Clap for the poet, not the points. Poets. Wait a second. Poets. We had a conversation about this before the show started. You are in a competition to get the highest score, not the highest time penalty. The only thing you can control is your time. That's the last PSA for my poets. Clap for the poet! In silence, as I call up the next poet. Coming up to the stage, y'all make some noise for Blue the Silencer! Clap the bar, clap the bar, clap the bar, to the bar, to the bar.
He asked me not to turn my pain into art. But I've got this blue heart. It's already he plus art, but I knew from the motherfucking start that this wasn't meant to be anything but a work of art, a chapter in my story, a stanza in my poem. I see myself as this puzzle. A jigsaw puzzle with jagged edges and pieces that don't quite fit together. I hoped that you would be the love to fill these empty spaces, but you left me when I needed you the most. Yesterday, this guy I met at the ER asked me what I believe in, and I said love. He said, "You can't believe in love?" And I said, "Why not?" He said, "What about God?" Okay. King James Version, 1 John 4:8 says, "He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love." 1 John 4:16 says, "And we have known and believed the love that God hath to us. God is love, and he that dwelleth in God and God in him." John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have eternal life." 1 John 4:19 says we love him because he first loved us. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says charity suffereth long and is kind and envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself and is not puffed up. Vaunteth means to make a vain display of, and I have been anything but vain. I am fighting for my life, fighting for my son's life and his home. My apartment complex wants to put me out, turned off my lights illegally after I paid them my last $400. I am being bullied by an organization that is bigger than me, but I will not be silenced. So welcome to A Blue Journey. Welcome to the army of love. Welcome to this art show. My bleeding blue heart, feel my love, feel my joy. Help me share my story. This is happening to me right now. It's happening to my neighbors right now. Don't wait until later to support a Black mama on her journey to justice. Join me in this fight. I will never walk alone. That's word to my best friend, WLK. I will never walk alone. I will not be silent. So visit linktree.com/ABLUJOURNEY. That's linktree.com/A Blue Journey for ways that you can support me beyond financials, because I don't need your fucking money. I just want your support. Lastly, I will be at the Houston City Council on Tuesday at 2:00. If you have the time and the ability, please show up to support me in person. I will not be silenced. I am the silencer. I am coming for the Morgan Apartments managed by QTN Property Advisors. I'm coming for their necks and my blue heart on my sleeve and the army of love behind me.
Judges, hold them up on the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, for Blue the Silencer, I have a 6.0, a 7.0, an 8.0, another 8.0, and a 10. I can do math, but tell me. 23, that would have been a 23. Y'all, boo the time penalty. Look, poets are like, fuck the time penalty. I got shit to say. Would have been a 23, but after a 1.5 time penalty, that is a 21.5. I think that's right. Clap for the poet. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. All right, in silence, because I need to let y'all know something right now, real quick. Public service announcement. You know, this Poetry Slam shit is bigger than just a random Thursday night here in Montrose and Houston. All of these poets that are competing, we actually have competitions throughout the year. And so based on how they rank, how they place in the competitions, they get points. And at the end of our season, they compete. The top scoring poets get to compete against each other to form a team that then goes and represents the city of Houston at a national competition, which is fucking awesome. It's a big deal. 36, last year, I think it was 36 teams from all across the country descended upon, I don't even remember the name of the city anymore, Louisville, Kentucky. And out of those 36 teams, Houston's Right About Now team came in second place. I was on that team. Yes, I was. So was our sacrificial poet. Shameless. It's true. She was on that team. But here's the deal, y'all. It costs money to send poets to a national competition. They charge registration. Have you seen the price of flights these days? It's fucking bullshit. As a touring artist, it's fucking bullshit. So it costs a lot of money to send these teams to represent this city and to get the word out there and to continue to spread poetry and spoken word and all the amazing work that we do and share the stories of the people of Houston. So if you believe in this art form, if you believe in poetry and spoken word, and especially if you believe in the poets that have come up on this stage tonight, some of them might be on next year's trip to represent this city. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass around a little tip jar. Everything that goes in this tip jar is going to go towards sending a team to represent this city of Houston. We're going to pass this around. I'm going to start right there, as if this man doesn't give enough time and money to this organization. Pass it around. If you put something in there, it's going directly to the team's funds for next year's competition. Can I get a word? Can I get a yeah? Are you ready for some more poetry? Say hell yeah. We got a few more poets on the list in the first round. Coming up next to the microphone, y'all make some noise for Amir Safi.
So I'm a poet, but I prefer the noun bardist. You ain't gotta be hard to outwork the hardest. I'm a farmer planting bars when it is not time to harvest. I watch my bars grown up bars like I'm an avant. Rewind, remind me, what's that bar again? If I drop that bar again, then it's a bargain bin. Oh, snap, where have you been at? My bars get snaps and snap bars, and when they're feeling themselves, they flip back to snap back. My bars are bars of the times. They hop and skip genres. They are double Dutch and double entendres. I guess you could call them chandras. Rhymes, my bars nice. Stay light on their feet. Dig deep and flightless. Listen, they try to put me on a no-fly list, but I'm the flyest, and you can't bar up the sky, bitch. You don't understand. My bars stay stuck like they're Cardi B busting out the belly band. My bar's heavy, my bar ton, but I am no simp, son. I am swimming in Barton Springfields, listening to the sound of silence with Simon and Art Garfunkel. I'm swerving, curses and hearses, serving up verses like I'm employee of the month at Sbarro. Don't ever forget what day comes before tomorrow. America tried to ban us, but this country could not bar me with an army. I'll bar me or guard me. I'll put up 16 and a quarter like I'm James Barton, Gnarls Barkley, or Charles Hartley. I'm Harley Quinn on John Stark's Harley. I'm Baria Starks meets Brianna Bar sipping tea with Baby Bop and Barney at the house of Tarley. Fermenting barley, I'm messed up. I try to keep my head up even when I see low green. I ask death, yo, what else does the Grim Reapo bring? I'm the homecoming king, a mix between Aziz Ansari and Rupee bars. They try to tell me I'm a monkey with these bars, when really I'm a person. I'm a Persian, so I'm more like Barius the Great. Americans want to call me a terrorist, but I'm Iranian and American. So I guess to the rest of the world, I'm a barbarian. There's so much hate in this world that it makes you feel like you are barking in the parking lot. But maybe we should all just stop parking in the parking lot. I am barking and snarling and bursting from the seams, serving up gnarly Jabari bar knuckle boxing bars like a barista from Nuck If You Buck is my national anthem. I do not know the words to the song, but I know what I'm supposed to do when it comes on like Nintendo. I'm Super Mario with the ninja stars. I've got bars from Texas to the Middle East. Allahu Akbars, praise God, and make people run away afraid from me. And I quote, I pledge allegiance to the bars. That's Brentley Caballero. Don't ever forget what day comes before
Let's get it going. You don't gotta wait for me. Just hold them up. Hold them up. I got one. I got two. Let me see. All right. From low to high, I have a 5.0. They were not here for them bars. A 7.0, a 7.5, an 8.5, and a 10. 23? That would have been a 23. Poets, y'all. Boo the time penalty. After a 0.5 time penalty, the lowest time penalty you could possibly get. That's a 22.5. Clap for the poet if you like what you heard. Keep that applause going for the next poet. It's the Prodigy. Truth. Clap for the poet. 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 Clap for the poet.
He always said if you had a brain, you'd be dangerous. I didn't get it. We packed my things into a 96 Toyota Corolla. The cigarette smoke has been killing me for years, so college should be a breath of fresh air. When he dropped me off, he said, go and get the opportunity you want. I've done all I can for you. He was the only parent to attend my high school graduation, my father. Always jeered that I can engage my mind in post-secondary conditioning. In fact, he was the only one who had ever mentioned it. Do you even know what you want to do after high school? My father served private first class in the Vietnam War. He always dreamed that I would join the military, but beneath the breath of his E&J brandy, always posed college as the first option. It sounded a little like you could go to college or you can join the army, where they pay for your college and they give you the necessary tools you need to get your head straight, maggot. Yeah, army. Or
you can join the Air Force. My father was a very consistent man. After every beating came a lesson of what I could do to be all I could be. Our one-sided conversations became dance rituals performed at the request of every report card seed to the melodic chords of forgotten chores. My father never missed a beat. It's strange. He is the enigma inside of a fist-closed casket. There are days where I wished I had loved him more. There are days I didn't have a choice. But now there are days when I salute in his honor. My father was an abusive yet honorable man. He always dreamed that I would follow in his footsteps, always provided me the opportunity to do the opposite. Took me to my first job every morning, taught me the meaning and value of hard work at a very young age. He was the only parent to attend my high school graduation. A few months later, we packed my things into a 96 Toyota Corolla with a gin and juice in hand. He said to me, "Be good. This world will teach you everything that you need." As the smell of Doral cigarette smoke and Schlitz malt liquor left the air behind him, he smiled. "I've done all I can for you."
The first poet since 1983 to not get a time penalty on tonight's stage. Okay, let's hold them up, judges, whenever you're ready. Hold them up. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, and I got 5. For the Prodigy Truth, I got
A low score of a 7.0. Another 7.0. A 7.5. A 7.5 and an 8.5. 22.0. Clap for the poet if you like what you heard. Keep that applause going for the next poet. It's L. Hope. Clap for the poet. I need everybody clapping. People in the back. I see you. You're not clapping. You're not clapping. Why are you not clapping? Thank you.
Since I was little, it was brainwashed into me that to feel pretty, I had to work out and be skinny. I had to skip some lunches. I was 12 years old, forcing myself to do crunches, tracking calories, thinking, okay, if I can just be skinny, maybe then the boys will think I'm pretty. Maybe then my mom will stop telling me to cover my stomach. Maybe I will stop wearing that tankini to the pool. Maybe I will stop apologizing for my weight whenever someone tries to pick me up. Maybe I won't hide anymore. And you see, that's all I've ever wanted, was to be free in my body. And in a twist of events, none of those things I ever did before made me feel good. I mean, sure, I felt good in the moment, but when I would come home at night, I would just stare. In my hand, I'd hold the scalpel, the mirror, my operating table. In my mind, I play mental operation. Which part of myself would I dissect tonight? Which parts do I find ugly? Which parts do others find unattractive? Is perfection really what I want to be after? I don't tear my body to shreds anymore, because believe me, waiting for the stitches to heal gave me plenty of time to think, and in all honesty, eat. And the more I grew in size, the more I realized that I have always been beautiful. See, I realized the go-to body image isn't how skinny I can be. It's loving myself in all forms I come in, whether I'm a 34A or 36C, pant size 6 or 14, stomach tight or relaxed. So yeah, I got some back fat. And it came with the ass, and it's a 2-for-1 deal I'm not mad at. My body is not your canvas. It is not yours to break down. See, you must be deranged. Because listen, I have a love-hate relationship with my body. But at the end of the day, we both say, I love you to each other. My lungs hold air. My veins run deep. My skin is tough and my brain is a treasure chest filled with gems. See, my body keeps me alive to stand in the sun and thrive, because this body is temporary. And with little time shared, I only wish to carry love. Thank you.
Bring you down. matter what way. I don't know what verse we're on. Words can bring me down. Oh, don't you bring me down today. Judge, DJ, I need your scar. I need your scar. I need your. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Everybody go. Mm-hmm. You'll work on it. It's fine. From low to high, I have a 6.5. I got a 7.5, a 7.8, an 8.0, and a 9.0. 23.3. Clap for the poet if you like what you heard. Keep that applause going for your next poet. It's Monarch, the poet. Y'all, everybody, don't make me look at you every time. Clap for the poet. Thank you.
A poem from A to Z. Ancestors. Assist an articulate African-American boy berated by the bold biases brought by blatant bigotry. Casualties come casually. Crooked cops create crippled communities. Crisis calls descend into death. Depression dominates daily duties, dusk till dawn. Escapism essential, examining every element existential to fiscal. Facing fears, finding freedom, fighting fascism, feeling frustrated, I'm feeling gutted, gasped, gasping, I'm grasping at humanity, hoping humility helps heal my habitual insanity. Intrusive images of inescapable incarceration, insatiable irritation. I'm invested in the idea of justice, but it's just injustice. Judges justify Jordan, Jonathan, and Keith's killings as kismet, while killers and Klansmen kick back and keep lying like limbs of lives lost. Lesson learned. Legality leaves little legroom for morality. Maybe making Massa a mayor means more men monetarily murdered. No one notices needles and neglect in neighborhoods, so the neighbor's nothing more than a name in our newsfeed, but noble officers are oppressed. Okay. Officers' obsession over ostracized people plague this planet. Police pick on the poor, probing for problems. Protests quickly quieted. Questions quit coming when quotas reached. Racist rhetoric recited by the rich. Riots ravaging the streets. Our sisters silenced by a system serving sentences so severe even time thinks they're too Titanic. Tears teeming on under eyes. Universal unrest. Unjust utopia vulnerable to a bulletproof vest. Vocal cord vibrations vilifying our victories while we withstand the whiplash of watching xenophobes and Xanadudes, yet the youngings are yelling not to yield even after years of zigzagging from overzealous zeroed-in assassination attempts. Ascended ancestors, send hope.
That was Monarch, the poet. Make some noise if you like the poem. Judges, let's go. I got one. All right, for Monarch the Poet, I have an 8.0. I got an 8.0. I got an 8.0. I got a 9.0. And I got a 10. 25. That's a 25.0. Clap for the poet if you like what you heard. Keep that. We got two more poets left in the slam. So silence. And now, clap for the next poet coming up on stage. Make some noise for Soren Rivera. Everybody clapping. Why are you not clapping, friend? There we go. Now we're clapping.
I pledge my allegiance to the roots of this earth and the flowers with which it produces. Have you gotten a chance to admire them lately? Their strong stems and their colorful petals, It's almost as if there's a blessing in the soil, something that nourishes new seeds born into this world with open minds and tender hearts. But there's a corruption in the water that quenches the seeds' homes, and it's not from the vast waves of our lovely planet Earth. The corruption is a lingering threat to the people of our nation who want to live out a future where they don't have to wonder why the right to bear 45 ACP is apparently more important than protecting 10 years of life lost in 0.10 seconds. It is a poison, a hateful poison whose stench assaults the nostrils of innocent civilians, much like 7 armed police officers digging into the home of a woman whose skin color they fear more than the weapons on their right hip. Hatred truly is a stench. It chokes the airways of its victims until the only words it can hear at the end are, "I can't breathe." And let us remember to always honor their names. This corruption is a poison. It's a plague that wishes to infect the kindergarten beds of new seeds in hopes of erasing the history of a community joined together by colors of the rainbow and personalities that can't be diminished by the clouds, just because some outdated book says so. Oh, how this plague infects our youth with the belief that their gender and sexuality is something that they should be ashamed of, not something that they should be prideful of. But better to teach our youth about a faith that they'll abandon when the promise of unconditional love refuses to love them under certain conditions. But I stand up here with good news, one that comes in the form of a pledge. A pledge that me and my fellow sunflowers of true liberty and true justice to protect the tenderness of new seeds. While we aim towards the sun with our stems standing tall, I invite the alchemists of contempt to a challenge. Let them try to shackle our bones to this cement, the star-striped cement, the stolen land they claim that builds this free nation. Think about it. It's all animosity, isn't it? A fear of change. But is change not the cure to this disease that keeps us stuck in this vicious cycle? So let them try to use their uncivil words to destroy this indivisible field that you and I have created together, because our sentences refuse to bend, just like the embouchure of the instrument of determination refuses to close when we say the word vote. 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 Hidden within that word is a silent E. Its absence is clear as the sky that hangs above this lovely garden that we call home. But what is even more clear is a power held within the idea that you can't keep our voices silent. Just because you can't keep our mouths, they refuse to stay shut. So I end my pledge with this. Dear Governor, Lieutenant Governor, radical evangelical, social tyrant, and suburban citizen with a distasteful heart, I pledge myself not to the allegiance of a flag, but to never letting your vicious poison continue to taint the soil that we all call home. So that the soil of this foundation of future generations of seeds who will one day learn to bring hope and peace into this world rather than prejudice and spite. And to never let you silence the mouths of us or myself. Because true liberty and true justice extends to all flowers in the field and not just the ones with white petals.
All right. While my judges are tabulating their score, early voting started on Monday. Make some noise if you already voted. Okay, 2 of you. 3 if you count me. Okay, make some noise if you plan to vote. I hope you have a plan. I did my civic duty in trying to get Greg Abbott the fuck out of office. Don't wait till the last minute. Early voting is happening now. Go vote. I will die on this soapbox. Go fucking vote.
Unless you're voting for Abbott.
Unless you're voting for Abbott, then go vote. I don't believe in suppressing votes, no matter what it is, but go vote, and if more of us voted. I've done the math, y'all. If more of us voted, Texas would be a blue state. It's just a fucking fact. I like numbers and spreadsheets. I'm a Virgo rising. Okay, speaking of numbers and spreadsheets. First Oren, we have a low score of a 6.0, 6.5, 7.0, 7.0, and a 7.0. You can see them. I don't know. We have security judges. Don't worry. No one will slash your tires. That would have been a 20.0. 20.5, boo the time penalty, go ahead. After a 1 point time penalty, that's a 19.5. Clap for the poet if you like what you heard. All right, silence, because it's the last poet of the first round, okay? Last poet of the first round. Make some noise for Dorica! Everybody clapping. Everybody clapping. You're not clapping it. There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Civil War. Noun. Definition. A war between citizens of the same place. Example. The American Civil War. The single largest source of American war casualties. But we celebrate and dismiss double-sided catastrophe like it's casualty and wonder why they can't see us. Why they can't see we got a double-barrel shotgun and that bus back aimed at me, the black woman, been at war for centuries. Been on the front line for everybody else and they wonder why she can't fight for herself. It's hard finding solace in yourself. When so many people take refuge there, she's stuck. Being a rock in a hard place, can't protect her peace because she makes you whole. She's strong for everybody. But she just loud black girl till her resilience turns silent. Then they listen. They don't believe in black girl magic, so we steady disappearing. I find it disturbing that Oluwatoyin's body was found on a dead end. That she died by the hands of the very men she was fighting for and protecting. That she so selflessly stood for selfish beings. And I ain't saying it's all bad, but we gotta take some accountability. Let's think. The only time they can say a black girl's name is when it's Jane Doe. Can never get the name right, but they hate to see Jane go. They only pronounce her right when they pronounce her dead. They act like she's disposable. Act like her body ain't gold. Act like she ain't worth more than toe tag. Ain't no price tag on her soul. She been sacrificial. Sacrosanct, she is offering officer. Her name is Breonna Taylor. Take her before God. He is the only one more holy. See her body be temple, but it be on fire too. Destroying her insides while providing warmth to you. She is comfort at no cost because no one dares pay attention and we barely pay respect. So tell me, why the black woman provides security at her own expense?
All right, judges, hold them up. I wanna see them scores, hold them up. I got a 1, 2, 3, and 4. I got a 5 scores. I got a 5 scores, 5 scores, 5 scores. Ow! I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that was. The spirit overtook me. All right, from low to high. I got an 8.0. I got an 8.0. I got an 8.5. I got an 8.5. And I got a 9. That's a 25.0. Clap for the poet. Clap for all the poets that competed in the first round. Okay, audience, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Right now, I'm going to need you to take out your phones. Take out your phones. Open your camera app. Your camera app or your favorite social media platform, whichever one you want that has the camera function attached to it, all right? Now I'm going to need you to turn to somebody you don't know, and if you're cool with it, give them a high five. I'm going to need you to high five a stranger. That's right, high five a stranger. You just made a new friend because that's how high fives work. Now I'm going to need you to take that phone. I'm going to need you to point it in the direction of yourself and your new friend, and I'm going to need you to take a selfie with your new friend. I'm going to take a selfie with all y'all. All y'all my new friends. Hey, what's my skinny angle? I gained 30 pounds during the pandemic. All right, you got your selfie with your new friend. Cool. Now I'm going to need you to post that selfie with your new friend on your social media app. And when you do, I'm going to need you to tag WAN Poetry. Right about now, WAN Poetry. Tag WAN Poetry. Why? Because we need to get the word out about this amazing time. You're having a good time tonight? Say yeah. You want to bring your friends out to have a good time with you? Say hell yeah. Cool. They need to know that you're making friends. We're building community. This is important. This started with 15 people up in the attic. Fucking how many years ago was that? I don't even remember. 8 years ago? 8 years ago, 15 people in the attic. And now look at us, 2 shows a week. We had 150 people here last night. And that we're not done. We're not done. We're growing. You know what else we do? We publish books. We just published a new author. We got another one coming out in December. For this to happen, the community has to grow, and we got to all be in this together. So make sure you tag WAM Poetry when you post your selfie with your new friend. Now, what we're going to do is DJ Bloom going to take us on a quick 10-minute, 3 to 4 song-ish break. During that break, I'm going to look at the scores and figure out what 6 poets are advancing to the second round. You're going to go to the bar. Jeremy's treating you nice back there. He's got sangrias and a fantastic little gin cocktail he calls The Last Word for sale for $7. Or you might get some food, or you might, talk to your new friends. You high-fived a stranger. You now made a new friend. If a poet said something that spoke to you, go talk to the poet. Ask them for permission and hug a poet. Ask them for permission first, because consent is sexy. So yeah, 10 minutes. We'll be back with the second half. Y'all good with that? Say word. Half y'all already going to the bar. That's the way we do it. All right, go. DJ Bloom, take us out.
It's online. Do you want me to put it online? Check, 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 check. I like that better, yeah. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Do I turn you on? You can tell me if I'm wrong. Girl, I think you like it. And she don't need smoke, but she's swag at that drunk. Yeah, love her when I'm fucking. Hey, hot sex is the best sex. Whenever she stressed, she just wanna get. Well, get high, baby. Get high, I'm on with it. If you over in, I might be. You the shit, you the sugar, honey, iced tea. What I gotta be for? On the next floor, on my Marshall Lynch, you know what I'm here for, baby. Ride through the city, take you to the crib, and now one hell of a night. It's all running 'cause we on cloud. Girl, make up your mind, listen, I know you mine. Give me what I'm drinking, shit, I let me know. She break down the truth, I break down the jokes. Why you like to say no, I can she gotta know. She called contact, now she try to fuck. I gotta tell you that she like this. Do I turn you on? You can tell me if I'm wrong. Girl, I think you like it. She don't need smoke, but she's swag at that jump. Love it when I fucking. Hot sex is the best sex. Whenever she stressed, she just wanna get. Get high, baby. Get high, baby.
All right. What were you all fucking with? Why is this so loud all of a sudden? Okay. Somebody was fucking with my levels. Ow. This song's so sexy. Y'all make some noise for DJ Bloom. Oh, you're not with me. Okay, some of you are with me. This is your 2-minute warning, people. This is your 2-minute warning. This is your 2-minute warning. So, I can't move it. If you out there in the parking lot or wherever you're at, this is your 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning to get back here. But we're going to get the show started in 2 minutes. What you need, friend? I need to make sure all my judges are in attendance. Judges, let me see. Hold up your scorecards. Where you at? Where you at? All right, I got one judge. Missing those two. Missing that one. Where's my other one? Okay, there's one half of the other one. Let me find my judges. Uptown, no postcard envy, but every song is like gold teeth, gray goose, tripping in the backseat, puffing ball gowns, trashing the hotel rooms. Are we okay?
Why is he putting that shit on Facebook?
Oh, that I could make a mean meme out of that. Okay, I got one, I got two. Looking for my judges. Where'd these two go? You're here. I like you. Riots. They're at the taco line.
And then you might want to ask them if their friend can bring them their food or tell them, we'll bring you your food.
Something. Let's see. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. I think the range works all the way out in the parking lot. I'm over here recruiting my judges. My judges decided to go get tacos. Not a bad idea, but we're going to get started in just a moment with the second half. As soon as I get my judges back, because I can't do this without judges. Let me make sure I got all my poets in the room. Poets in the room. Why am I already confused about my lack of poets? There's one. There's two. 3. Okay. All right. 4. 5, 6. Okay, I got all my poets. Just waiting on my judges. Look at that sexy beast over there. Just hanging out. Best smile in Houston, I think. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Happy feelings every time. All right. DJ Boom, keeping it sexy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. While we're waiting for our judges to get back from the taco stand, so you all know we have right about now merchandise for sale? It's gonna get cold, y'all. And when I tell you that these hoodies are the softest and the warmest hoodies Houston's ever seen, get you a hoodie or a sweater if you prefer a sweater. I'm a hoodie kind of person, clearly. I'm such a hoodie kind of person. Like, I also don't do like the pullover. I do the zip up hoodies because, you know, she got to stay fresh up here. Once that hair is on lock, she can't move. So I got myself, I told you we publish poets, right? We are now, right about now, publishing. Hey! This is the only hoodie in existence with this logo on it. But we publish poets. I'm the editor-in-chief of Right About Now Publishing, which is super exciting. We published our first author. They had their book launch a couple weeks ago, SC Says, Golden Brown Skin. We'll be publishing Lacey Roop a little later this year with their second collection. There's another poet named Asia Sampson that we'll be publishing in spring of next year. Rooster Martinez, poet out of San Antonio, that we'll be publishing in spring of next year. And a couple other poets that I can't reveal yet because they haven't signed contracts, but it's gonna happen, y'all. We changing the game. You know what else we doing? We putting out spoken word albums. You know why? Because the Grammys are now acknowledging spoken word poetry as a category. No longer do we have to compete with the Michelle Obamas of this world. Ain't nobody winning a Grammy when Michelle Obama dropping an album. That's just not, sorry, it's yours. It's yours. So yeah, spoken word poetry is now officially a Grammy award. I know because I have people in the industry. There were 68 albums that were submitted for consideration this year. Next year, I hope that at least 5 of them come from Right About Now Publishing. We're gonna make this happen. All right, I'm just spitballing while I'm waiting. Where are my judges at? Getting their tacos, right? Who visited the taco stand? You? Still waiting on your taco? Look, it's worth the wait. It's the best goddamn taco truck in all of Houston. I don't even live here. I drove here from San Antonio just to have tacos from that taco stand. That's a lie. I'm going on a cruise tomorrow. Much deserved vacation. Speaking of people that don't live here, make some noise if you from out of town. Okay, where you from? San Diego. I might be there in December. You're like, man, I don't know. Maybe. It's a hard maybe. Where are you from? Dallas, Texas. I know people in Dallas. I have my own feelings about the city, but I like the people I know. Where are you from? Okay, you here now, but you from Jersey. It's okay. The South accepts you. Welcome to much more acclimatable weather. It's okay. We ain't got no what? No style. Oh, Houston, you hear that? She said Houston ain't got no style. It's okay. You ain't got tacos like us. Facts. Facts. Who else from out of town? Who else from out of town? I just want to know. My judges are getting situated. Yeah, where are you from? Where? New York. I was just in New York. Your falls are terrible. Your winters are even worse. It's okay. It's okay. I once met some people in New York City, and they were like, living in New York City is like being in an abusive relationship. During the winter, you're like, I hate you. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me. I'm leaving you. I'm never coming back. And then during the summer, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. It was all my fault. I should have just worn more layers. Facts. Okay, I think I have all my judges back. Do I have all my judges back? Yeah. Y'all ready to get the second half of this slam going? Say yeah. Say hell yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna drop this microphone. Okay, people, here's how it goes. We had 11 poets in the first half of this slam. We sliced that down to the top 6 scoring poets that because of the time penalty wasn't even close. Y'all, these time penalties. So I want you all to make some noise for the poets that we are not going to second round, but we appreciate their work when they came up to this microphone. Y'all make some noise for Soren Rivero, for Blue the Silencer, for DC Flows, for Kane, and for Samaria Bronte. Which means in the second round, in this order, you're going to hear from Darika, from Monarch the Poet, El Hope, the Prodigy Truth, Amir Safi, and me, Zach Blood. But first, I have to have a conversation with my judges. Judges, we have a decimal point for a reason. What about who? I don't know what you... Blue? Blue did not make it into the second round. I'm so sorry. So judges, we have a decimal point for a reason. Some of y'all are real keen on these round numbers, these 0.0s, these 0.5s. You know what also exists? A 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, 7, 8, 9. Why do we encourage you to use the decimal points? It helps us avoid ties. You know why we don't like ties? Because we're poets, which means 1, probably not good at math. 2, definitely alcoholics. So the less we have to worry about ties, the better. Use the decimal points. So what we're going to do is we're going to recalibrate y'all, okay? We're going to have another sacrificial poet to get y'all ready with your new decimal points that you're not going to make love to, okay? Can I get a yeah? All right, y'all make some noise for your sacrificial poet for the evening. Make some noise. It's Jimmy! Dog people in the room, make some noise. Cat people in the room, make some noise. Beta fish people in the room, make some noise. There's always one. Oh, yeah. My husband and I, we have a dog and a cat, and I love them to death. But one of the things that I hate about them is genetics. They shed like they have some sort of quota that they are trying to fill for Karl Lagerfeld's next fur collection. I mean, that shit is everywhere. So, for the sake of our sanity, we got ourselves a Roomba. Now, if you don't know what a Roomba is, it's a small little robotic vacuum, sits in the corner of your house. You press a button, it sweeps up everything for you. Trust me, Roomba save marriages. Now, when we got our Roomba, we quickly named him Winston and christened him with a backstory. A British butler with a drinking problem, disgruntled but diligent. See, to watch Winston work, he resembles this giant motorized drunken hockey puck bumping into furniture and walls, and occasionally he will get himself tangled in a power cable or trapped in a corner of furniture, and he will let out a desperate cry for help. Me, move from to a new location. And one of us will walk over and pick him up, scolding him. Damn it, Winston, I told you to watch out for that speaker cord. Pay more attention next time. Now, before you look at me like I'm crazy, a recent Facebook post has revealed that we are not the only ones. It seems almost every Roomba owner has named their Roomba and has entire conversations with it. I mean, we do this with our pets too. How many of us have sat on the couch confessing to our cat how inexplicably in love we are with the wrong person, or asked our dog for financial advice? How many of us have named our cars and negotiated alliances when we are late for work and the engine won't start, like, baby, please, I promise to give you premium gas next time if you just turn on. See, as a people, we are so quick to personify inanimate objects and to humanize our pets, treat them like they are our friends and family. So why is it so hard to see each other as human? Why do we give more preference to a poodle than a person? Why can't we look at a refugee and value their lives more than a Honda? We have dehumanized immigrants to make it easier to ignore them, or worse, vilify them. Is this how we justify importing a French bulldog but deporting a Haitian refugee? I mean, America suffers from amnesia. I'm sorry, y'all. Did you forget where you came from? If you are an American and not indigenous by definition, you or someone you're related to is an immigrant. Like if you can have a conversation with a vacuum cleaner, then why? Why is it so hard for you to have compassion for your neighbor? To see that it is diversity, not homogeny, that makes America great. It is a black man and a Filipino woman cooking Korean barbecue to a backyard full of Latinos on the 4th of July. That is what makes America great. That is what makes America human. This hodgepodge of a country that we call home. So go ahead, name your cars, name your hairbrush, name your pet goldfish, but remember the people at the border, the people who have been vilified, marginalized, or ignored, they have names too.
All right,
Judges, with your newfound love of decimal points, let's see them scores. 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. I got one. Oh, I only got one. Okay, these tacos slowing my judges down. I hear. I got 2. I got 3. 1 decimal point. I don't know. 1 decimal point. 1. I know, right? Oh, I'm going to get you a new marker. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I have 4. All right, hold them up so I can see them. From low to high, my judge, I need you to hold them scores up. I know you're eating a taco, but I need to see your score. Thank you. Okay, from low to high, hold them up. Hold them up until I call them out. All right, I have a 7.1, a 7.4, an 8.0, an 8.1, and a 9.2. 23.5, clap for the poet, not for the points, clap for the poet, and keep that applause going. Wait, no, stop that applause, because it's the start of the second round, the final round, the money-making round. Y'all make some noise for the first poet in the last round. It's Darica! Y'all need to be louder. Louder this time. Louder this time and every time after that. That's right.
I'm glad that God is a better God than I am a believer. I'm not saying I don't trust him, but unlike my faith, he never wavers. If Christianity converted to currency, currently I'd be broke. Quite literally, if I had $1 for every prayer I've said in the past year, I couldn't get to heaven off bus fare. I'm struggling to go to sleep at night, to wake up in the morning, to remember to pray before I lay. Like the rhyme ain't been a reminder since we were children. If God were a spiteful God, he'd say, how dare you spit in my face? Don't you know I breathed life into you for 8,178 days and counting? Don't you know you were drowning? That's not a metaphor. You could have breathed your last breath at the pool that day at the age of 3 or on that first day in Baptist Hospital, 1997, October 16th. You are nothing without me. But I still give you everything. You don't deserve half of it, but I will never forsake you like you did me. I mean, it's cute to quote scriptures when the pity party is over, but I'm the one who has to clean up the decorations. How dare you? Act like you can't get out of bed in the morning. Like I didn't raise my sleeping son and continue to do so every day since, like clockwork. Is blasphemous. That I thought it not robbery to bring together 37.2 trillion cells in the making of you, but you won't even bring together your 2 lips to say thank you. I'm done bestowing blessings when you barely mention me in your bibliography. When I single-handedly scripted your biography, ain't that plagiarism by definition? Well, ain't my God patient and all forgiving? For every time I close my mouth and my eyes without giving him the glory, I know he was not deaf to the matters of my heart. He catches every beat, deciphering the dialect fluently. He translates them when we ain't speaking, I know, because he never calls in the cash on my debt. He blesses me regardless.
Ooh. Oh, DJ Bloom. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. Here we go. All right, from low to high for Darica, I got a 7.3. I got a 7.4. I got an 8.1. I got an 8.3. And I got another 8.3. 23.8. Clap for the poet. And keep that applause going for the next poet. It's Monarch, the poet.
Do you want to fuck me, yes or no? Yes. Bold way to start a conversation. Yeah, I know. But bold is becoming of me. You see, to face the injustices of my communities, I must be. When I say communities, I speak of two that don't always go hand in hand, the first being Black, the other being trans. Now, let's focus on the latter, because now you're probably thinking, oh damn, he's trans. What does that mean? And well, what's in his pants? Which begs the question, do you want to fuck me? If the answer is no, something we must address. Why do you feel entitled to know what I look like undressed? I mean, I get it. I'm sure to impress, but if you're just going to view me as some sort of science project, then might I suggest you search the internet for your answers instead. If you have no interest in giving me head or shaking loose the framing of my bed, you have no reason to know what's between my legs. But I digress. Let's move on to the people who say yes. Let me make myself clear, transparent, if you will. I'm not some sort of experiment or some cheap thrill. I'm a complex human being who thinks, who feels. I'm not misled, confused, or hurt. I'm real. You want to fuck me, you must respect my existence first, or it's no deal. You don't get to use my body like it's disposable. You don't get to see me at my most vulnerable just because you want to. Your wants don't take precedent over my safety. Some of y'all have forgotten that lately, so let me say it again. Your wants don't take precedent over my safety. My trans brothers and sisters fight for their lives daily, all because of what they were assigned as a baby? Nah, miss me with the bullshit. Suck my dick and choke on it. And choke on every transphobic word. Learn the difference between a pronoun and a verb, because when I say fuck you, it is not an invitation. You're curious about my body. Why don't you go read some legislation and learn why you were never taught about trans bodies in the first place? Our history is constantly erased, despite being the face of Pornhub. Called pedophiles and groomers because you're scared we'll make more of the type of people who show love despite having hate constantly shoved down our throats. So, you want to fuck me. That's fucking great for you. But until my rights as a trans person are secure, I've got some protesting to do.
Judges, hold them up, hold them up, hold them up when you're ready, when you got him. How are the homophobes in the room doing? You good? It's okay, you don't have to say anything. We know you're there. You've always had a voice. Okay, here we go. From low to high, I have an 8.2, an 8.5, an 8.8, a 9.5, and a 26.8. Clap for the poet. We like you. Hey! Keep that applause going for the next poet. It's L. Oh! I need everybody clapping. I need everybody clapping. There we go. That's the kind of enthusiasm I want to see.
My body, my uterus, my life in the hands of white men. They seem to think they know more about my body than I do. They think they understand the responsibility my body was given to do, although all the ladies know that when it comes to the test of a woman's anatomy, most men fail. See, there is a reason God chose woman to carry child. It takes a back strong enough to carry 2 heartbeats, 3 heartbeats, 4 heartbeats. Can you feel the rise of my heartbeat? This may be a man's world, but my choice to an abortion should not have to succumb to the man's world. It is the double standard as to why we don't have these young boys facing the repercussions while these young girls are stuck in deadly reproductions. I don't understand. Because he gets to choose 9 more seconds of pleasure, I don't get to save myself from 9 months of his reckless sins to endeavor. God bless America, where a woman's body is more controlled than a gun. God bless America, where a woman can be held down and left with scars that aren't physical and somehow is painted by the white man's lips that this is God's will. God bless America, where my body is no longer able to carry child. It is my womanhood that is in question, like the blood coming down my legs was my intention. They try to make me the face of a new American felon. God bless America. I want to take the God out of America. No, I want to take out the men who think they are the gods of America. You have no power over me. My body, my choice, my sister, her choice, my mother, her choice. God bless America. She has a voice, but it's one they still ain't ready for.
You don't know. No, that's not happening. You all don't want to see me twerk. No, you don't. No, you don't. Someone will call 911. They'll be like, I think he's dying. It's true. It's no good. All right. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I got 4. I got 5. From low to high, I have a 7.6. Then 8.2. Then 8.4. Then 8.4. And a 9.3. That's a 25. Even clever part of me like to do. Okay, stop. Because we're halfway through with the last round, all right? I want to make sure your energy is still clear. Energy's still good. Energy's still lit. Y'all with me? Say word. Word. Ready for the next poet? Say yeah. Yeah. You want to hear the next poet? Say bring them up, bring them up, bring them up. Bring them up, bring them up, bring them up. Make some noise for the Prodigy Crew. My runs should not outlast your applause. That's the way to go.
When Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick holds a press conference announcing the reopening of Texas, tells the public, there are more important things than living. And the future of this nation must be saved for our children and grand states. Nobody wants to die, but man, we got to start taking some risks. Me, thinking I had nothing in common with this sheep-faced he-devil dipstick looking like he listened to Limp Bizkit, because culture can't come out in a country where it don't know nobody. Dirty Dan and Pinhead Greg emerged from Sandy's dreams, calling whoever the hell he's looking to for validation, man, tiny mind developing a dystopia of a blank canvas-faced police state, hanging on to his every word as the fibers of his suit soak with blood. The smell of guilt and gun smoke gaslights his skin, igniting a scarlet sky of lies and deceit. Blaming unvaccinated blacks for his whack-ass inadequacies as a white man who, in over 70 years of living, accomplished no notable achievements other than being a sadistic, Haitian-hating piece of human garbage who fooled citizens and constituents into thinking was anything more than a sociopathic scourge on society, a snake in a waste of a man. And now a song. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling for your departure. Reproductive rights a problem. You can't ban abortion, Dan. But you can use man as an interjection to address your entire audience. And the women who support you will nod, and God, the real one, will remind you. We will continue to spill the names of the ill and revered queer kids born from the bodies of trans men forced into labor because you, man, didn't consider them human enough for adequate health care. We throw shade at your dumpster fire of a career. Your biggest fear, the future of this nation is inevitable. You hear me, Danny? We're here, we're queer, we're taking over. Get used to it.
Let's go. Judges, hold them up when you're ready. Let's go, judges. Oh, we got drawings now. Okay. Come on, Matisse. All right. I need one more. I keep saying I'm going to get you a marker. All right. From low to high. Oh, hello. I know. It's okay. She's my friend. She's going to outlive us all anyway. From low to high, I have a 7.3. 7.9, 7.9, 8.2, and a 9.3. That's a 24.0. Clap for the poet if you'd like to be heard. Keep that applause going for Amir Safi. No, everybody needs to be clapping. Everybody needs to be clapping. I know you drink your water. That's fine. You can drink water. Okay, there we go.
So I want to zoom out of the poetry slam for a second. And if there's anything I say tonight that you remember and take with you, I hope it's the words Mahsa Amini. Right now in Iran, people are protesting in the streets, and women are fighting for equality in Iran. Mahsa Amini was murdered by morality police because they didn't feel like she was obeying the hijab law in Iran. And it's not just that. The women, they can't sing, they can't dance, they can't get a divorce. If they want to travel, they need permission from their husbands. And Iran wasn't always this way. The right-wing fundamentalists got a hold of the country, and they started taking rights away from women. And so if you look at Texas, the right-wing fundamentalists have a hold of Texas, and they're taking rights away from women. So as Chibi said earlier, please vote. As the Dixie Chick said, if you have a sister, if you have a mother, if you have a daughter, if you have a grandmother, go out and vote. And these Iranian women, they're going out in the streets and they're protesting and they're cutting off their hair. And they're saying, if we have to cover it, rather, what do we have left to cover? So they cut off their hair and they're getting gunned down in the streets. And they're incredibly brave. And the last revolution in Iran didn't work, but I believe this will be the last one, because this one is being led by women, and women get shit done. And so I want to honor two Iranian women with a poem. This is for my mother and my grandmother. My mother picks up the pestle and mortar and does to the saffron what the clerics have done to her country. Pours in steaming water till the liquid in the bowl becomes the Caspian swallowing the sun. It smells like a home I've not visited in more than 10 years. Saffron, pound for pound, the most expensive spice in the world, worth more in its weight than gold. But if customs found it, they would surely throw it away. However, my grandmother is a high-stakes smuggler. Her currency is my mother's joy. Every time she visits, she brings some in her luggage. And my grandmother always comes through. And my mother always becomes a festival of lights. Looks at my father. Reminds him that it is her saffron, approaches me with the same enthusiasm I had as a boy catching a fish, smiles at me when she says, you cannot find saffron like this in America, Amir. You cannot find saffron like this anywhere else but Iran. And this is where I learned the limitations of the American dream, that you cannot find here what you already have, and I laugh. because if customs found it, they would surely throw it away. But they were not successful this time, nor are they ever, because my grandmother is a high-stakes smuggler. Her currency is my mother's joy, and my mother loves to feed her boys. So we sit around the dinner table and we eat until the diaspora dissolves, until it is time for my brother and I to fight over who will do the dishes. My mother exclaiming to my grandmother, "These boys, they are American." I tried to teach them Taaruf, but they learned all of their manners from their father.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm every woman, it's all in me. Said a baby up my baby, do the natural love. Oh, oh. Don't know the words, but know the rhythm. Okay, here we go. 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 Forward army of Saki from low to high. We have a 7. 7.5. 7.6. Still a 7.6. 7.7. Excuse me. I gotta do some real math. Because that would have been a 27. Go ahead and boo the time penalty while we're here. After a 3.5 time penalty, that's a 19.2. It's not about the points, it's about the poetry. Y'all clap if you enjoyed the poetry. Keep that applause going for the last poet of the night. It's me, Zach
So the first time I dropped acid,
Let's go.
the experience took me to the moon and back. To call this a trip is an understatement. I feel like I reimagined about 4 different ways in which the universe could have existed. I can tell you about none of them. I can tell you about the colors and how they move like mosaics, dancing in between the lines. I can tell you about the candy, how Skittles and gummy bears make a gooey goodness colliding in your mouth. I can tell you about the music and how every song was my jam, specifically Return of the Mac, playing way too loud. Oh my God was the theme of this entire night because, oh my God, time did not exist. An afternoon felt like an eternity in which we laughed, we danced, we sang, and one of my friends, he ended up crying, but that's a different poem for a different night. Truly, the strangest part of this entire time is when I went to the restroom and I looked in the mirror and I saw my reflection. And y'all, it looked like me. And I know I was on LSD, but I swear my face was both familiar and foreign. A reflection removed from reality. As my vision faded into focus, I could see a man made of a monster, or maybe a monster made of my skin. Regardless, his eyes was as dark as the devil, the color of sin. He was in me, I in him. Call this my venom. Call this my Donnie. Call this the darkest ode I have ever written, because I know without him, I would not exist. His power is in my bones. Our fates are intertwined that keep most of its awful at bay most of the time. People tell me all the time how I am so nice until they see me pissed off, until my fists meets face and I come to from a blind rage with blood on my knuckles. I never mean for this to happen. I never mean to be so violent. I never mean to black out, but darkness cannot exist without light, and I like to think I shine too. I like to think I'm not all bad, all beast and barbarian. I like to think I lead with love, but sometimes follow through looks like the devil in the details. And do we forget whose wrath deemed him the demon? And do we remember Lucifer was once an angel too? I know my anger is not pretty, but it is some sort of protection. It is me and him, the man and the monster in the mirror. Or maybe I'm tripping.
Y'all make some noise for Zach. Y'all make some noise for LSD. Oh, just me. It's okay. It was college. It's allowed. All right, I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4. No, ow, 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 ow. I don't know what that was, but you're welcome. All right, from low to high for Zach Blunt, I have a 7.9. I got an 8.8, a 9.1. Another 9.1 and a 9.2. That's a 27 even. Y'all clap for the poet. Wait. Clap for all the poets that came on this stage tonight. That's the end of the slam. Watch me do some math. This is math happening in real time, people. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay. The tension that is happening here on this little notepad of destiny is intense. Okay. Did you all have a good time tonight? Say yeah. Yeah. Did you all enjoy the poetry tonight? Say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Real test. You all make some noise if you're sitting next to somebody beautiful. Y'all shady ass motherfuckers over there. Shady ass motherfuckers. I see you just straight up just look and was like, no. You know what was beautiful? The poetry. Y'all clap one more time for the poets that came up on this one tonight. We started with 11 poets this evening. We cut it down to 6, and now we are here to present to you the top 3 poets. These 3 poets will not only get money, which is exciting, they also get points towards their ranking to qualify for the semifinals and finals to represent the grand city of Houston at next year's Southern Pride Poetry Slam. I'm gonna call it a national competition because poets come from all over the nation. Happening in Knoxville? No, it was in Louisville. It is in Knoxville. I was in Knoxville last month. She cute or whatever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back, being on the team. Put that out there. In any case, if you want to help support the team, make sure you tip WAN Poetry on Venmo, Cash App, whatever, all that jazz. But let's find out who won tonight's slam. DJ, can I get some music? Here we go. In 3rd place tonight, with a combined score of 48.8, winning $20 cash. Make some noise for Dorica! Yeah, come up here. Come get your money, girl. I want to give you money. Get that money. Girl, say. Don't go nowhere. 2nd place tonight with a combined score of 51.8. Monarch the Poet is taking home $30 cash. Make sure I give you the right bundle of cash. That should be 30. No takesy backsies, which means tonight's winner with a combined score of 54.8, taking home $50 cash. It's me, Zach Blunt. Y'all make some noise for your winners tonight. Your winners this evening. Thank you all. Congratulations. Y'all make some noise for the true winners tonight. Yeah, sure. Make some noise for the true winners tonight. Y'all, the poetry audience. And your winners tonight. Now, wait a second. I've just been told we have enough time to do what is called ad lib. Okay. Go ahead and switch it up. Give me something raunchy. Give me a beat. Y'all, congratulations. You can go sit down. Here's what happens. We're going to close out the night with something called ad lib. And what ad lib is that we invite everybody, anybody, to come up on this microphone and make up a poem on the spot. And the winner of the one who makes up the best poem gets my love and affection. But it's for you to show off your skills. Here's the rub. You have to make up a poem using 3 random words that I will right now source from the audience. Go, give me words, give me words, give me words. Give me words, give me words. Whatever words I hear, throw out some words. Give me more, give me more. I got it, I got it, I got it. All right, poets and audience members alike, you are tasked with making up a poem on the spot using these 3 words. TJ, are you ready? Okay, first word is sunshine. Sunshine. Because I said it like that. Second word is cheerleader. Last word is Hercules. Okay. I need you to make up a poem. We're using the words sunshine, cheerleader, and Hercules. The mic is open. When you're ready, come up to the stairs. When you're ready, come up to the stairs. I see one person coming. Sunshine, cheerleader, and Hercules. Here we go. I got one person in line. Who else? Who else gonna come up? Make up a poem on the spot. Sunshine, cheerleader, and Hercules. Okay, here we go. Y'all make some noise for the first poet in Mad Lib. It's Blue! Hey, 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 hey.
How long do I have? Okay.
There's no time limit here. You just make up a poem.
You shine like sunshine against my skin. You warm my body from the inside and the outside. It's a win whenever I am next to you, and I cannot wait to see you again. You are my cheerleader. When I am down, you lift me up. When I am sad, you make me smile. When I am on my period, you bring me chocolate and wine. And you are my sunshine. When I feel down and in the dungeons, you come and lift me up. And baby, I weigh 250 pounds. That's my Hercules, okay? He is strong and he is wise and he is beyond his years. He supports me in everything that I do. He is my backbone. He is my pillar. He is you. He is God, and God is love, and I believe in love. And ain't he some sunshine?
Hey, that's Blue, that's Blue. Do we have another contender? Another contender. You know what? I'm coming up to the microphone. Make some noise for me. The words, once again, are sunshine, cheerleader, and Hercules. Here we go. All right. Yo, so earlier this week, Amir, DJ Bloom, and I, we were hanging out. We were going to the Denny's, but before we got to the Denny's, we got some weed, y'all, from Amir's drug dealer. And Amir's drug dealer had some sunshine on him. And we were like, oh, what's this sunshine shit? And he was like, it's going to make you feel like you got a cheerleader in your corner 24/7. And we were like, damn. And Amir was like, and DJ Bloom was like, yeah. And Amir was like, yeah. And so, like, we smoked this sunshine, and we got that cheerleader moving up in us, and then we got to the Denny's, y'all. The Denny's, where they were like, you all on something? And I was like, we on nothing but good times and love, and we here for that Hercules-style Big Denny's Grand Slam breakfast, and we ate that shit up, and when we left, we were like, this is the key to happiness. So I got, all right, anybody else? Sunshine, cheerleader, Hercules, sunshine, cheerleader. Here we go, Kane coming up to the microphone. Y'all make some noise for Kane. Y'all make some noise for Kane. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
When's the last time you looked in the mirror and saw Hercules? When's the last time you looked in the mirror and saw sunshine? When's the last time you looked in the mirror and saw a cheerleader? I hope this isn't the last time.
Hey, Kane, short, sweet poem. Who we got? We coming up? Are we coming up? Are we coming up? Come on, all the way from the back, DC Flow. Clap for the poet, clap for the poet, clap for the poet, clap for the poet, clap for the poet. I might have made that name up. I'm sorry. Going out from memory. Sheep and drinking. Oh, no, that was right.
Don't get too deep. Don't get too deep. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. I can't how I think of you, son, and when I see you walk outside, I know it's your time, so son, shine. Go grab you that cheerleader. Go stand up to the jock. Go let him know and give buck and let him know you're going to be on top. I want to tell you that the statistics ain't on your side, but boy, sunshine, because when you ride, I want you to know your drop top going to be higher than the ceiling. I want you to know ain't no glass ceilings where we come from. And I want you to know that sunshine, sunshine, you'll always be your mama's Hercules. You always going to get the queen. You always gonna excel to where Zeus can't never stop you. You always gonna be the one to take the Hydra and the lion and come down. So sunshine and get the cheerleader.
DC Flows. Anybody else, y'all? Anybody else? I've been hosting Zoom workshops for the past year, so I'm gonna 5, 4. All right, we're gonna go with Amir Savi. Oh, no, just kidding. Make some noise.
Let my tongue rise on your sunshine. Let me pick up you like a cheerleader ever could. I want to be your chocolate drop every single day of the year. Let me pick you up like I was your Hercules, screaming Hercules as if I was your little cheerleader. Let me be your wettest sunshine.
Yeah, goddamn. Okay, all right, you don't take it, Amir. Just go.
So DJ Bloom wanted to dress up for Halloween. So this is actually my wedding tux. So I wrote a love poem for my wife using this ad lib. Sunshine, you shine so bright, you make me sunshine. Here's my heart. I want you to hold this. I'll be your cheerleader, cheering for you like every day is a summer solstice. OMG, we're too good to believe, like Greek mythology. I was Antaeus, you were Hercules. I died in your arms because you swept me off my feet.
Aww, that was Amir Safi. Before that was Fortune. Yes, Monarch the Poet coming up on the stage. Let's go.
Short poem. I've got strength like Hercules. I've been put through the gauntlet. I've been tasked with taking down the criminals of Thebes, and their names are homophobia, misogyny, and patriarchy. They've been beating me down like the sunshine on a hot Texas day, but I won't be broken. I'm telling these criminals to split like a cheerleader. I'm throwing them in the air and making sure they fall all the way down to Hades because I've got strength like Hercules, and you can't touch me.
Oh, goddamn, Monarch the Poet. Being like, bam. I got you. Anybody else? Sunshine, cheerleader, Hercules. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. This is the only way to do it on Zoom workshops. Otherwise, you'll just be sitting at black screens forever. 1. All right, that concludes Ad-Libs. Y'all make some noise for all the poets that came up on this microphone tonight. This is Right About Now. We are here every Wednesday with an open mic. We're now trying out slams on Thursdays. We'll see. Follow us on social media to find out about when the next event is happening. WAN Poetry. Next week we have who featuring? Sean Williams will be here next Wednesday featuring at an open mic. Come back out. 7:30 doors open. 8 it goes live. My name is Chibi. Honor and a privilege to be y'all's host every single time. Make some noise for DJ Bloom. DJ Bloom keeping it sexy on the ones and twos. Make some noise for Jeremy, your bartender, and Avant Garden for having us. Make some noise for all your poets that competed tonight. Zach, our winner, and also our videographer, and Christina Martinez holding it down at the front door. Y'all want some sexy merchandise? Go talk to Christina Martinez. Outside of that, make sure you follow us, WAN Poetry, on all social medias. Tag us if you post anything. Judges, I need those scorecards and markers back. Don't go with them, all right? They are not a free gift. I promise you. You don't want to lug them around. All right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, just drop them off right here. Awesome. Shout out to my judges for being so